the renewed case for a Slavic union. For centuries, Slavs have been divided, subjugated, cancelled, and forcibly integrated, just like our ancestors, Illyrians, Thracians, Dacians, and Pelasgians. Look at the map of Europe. Pannonian Slavs, Dacian Slavs, Albanian Slavs are no more. The Austro-Hungarian Empire carved out a wedge in the Slavic centre of Europe, then revised the history of the people, faking their past, legacy and heroes, converting the overwhelming majority substratum of people into new nations. Genetics shows our clear homogeneity with Romanians, for example. Further historical search and critical evaluation shows Romanians who fought so hard against Roman rule had Slavic names and used Cyrillic until the 18th century cannot be Latins. Another example is the Bulgarians. Bulgarian Slavs are descended from Proto-Slavic Thracians, with a Turkic Bulgar invading nobility class, but they remain Slavic, yet Hungary, with Magyar invaders, totally subsumed Pannonian Slavs, leaving only a trace which can be found in genetics. The Dubrovnik citizen Mavro Orbini, in his book The Empire of the Slavs, also translated as Realm of the Slavs, writes that Slavs are descended from Illyrians, created a very different European history from the Berlin-Vienna school, creating an influence on future Pan-Slavicists. What is Pan-Slavism? Pan-Slavism is a political ideology which aims to unite all Slavs in one great country. The original ideas were developed by Slovak historians and linguists Josef Šafarik and Jan Kolar in the 19th century. It was in some ways a reaction to a great pan-Germanism ideology. As soon as the idea was born, there was a rift with the pro-Russian, pro-Orthodox camp and a pro-Catholic camp, which believed that Slavs in the Austro-Hungarian Empire should look towards Vienna and Budapest as their saviours. The 19th century Illyrian movement became Yugoslavia in 1919 after the fall of the Ottoman Empire, in a later form of Pan-Slavism. Without Russia, Croats and Slovenes would have become Austrians, and Serbs and Bosnians, who knows? They would have Russians riding yaks in Siberia, while greedy Anglo-Saxon corporatists economically rape resources. Do we want this future imposed on us? Whatever way we turn, Mother Russia is our best hope. Russia wanted to free Constantingrad, aka Constantinople, from the Ottoman yoke during several Russo-Ottoman wars. Perfidous France and Britain fought always against Russia, notably in the Crimean War, 1853 to 1856. They supported Islam over Orthodox Christianity, to the long-term detriment of the whole of Europe. World War I would have been avoided if Russia took over control of the Balkans in 1878 at the Congress of Berlin, not decadent and failing Austro-Hungary. We should not be enemies of the West, but on friendly terms with them. They leave us alone, we leave them alone. They can have their neo-colonies, continue bombing, stealing resources and playing casino on the stock markets with their printed money. But they get nothing from us. No resources, nothing. Anti-Slavic hatred is ubiquitous, especially now with Russia's justified special military operation in Ukraine. But it is terrible that the Ukrainian people are paying the price for the NATO expansion. NATO will fight to the last Ukrainian. No politics in sport, we hear, but Russian athletes are banned from the Olympics or from Wimbledon. Russians have their assets frozen like yachts, and even Chelsea Football Club. This is resource theft, something the United Kingdom is particularly good at, but it will come back to haunt the West, when companies and investors do not invest in London or New York. Why risk it when they can just freeze and steal on a whim? Slovaks, Poles, and Romanians are seen as stealing low-cost vermin scum in the UK, but in reality they contribute a lot to the lower level stratum of the economy, which British people do not want to work in. Remember the hatred towards Serbs in 1999 when Yugoslavia was banned from the United Nations during NATO's illegal 78-day bombing campaign? They called Serbs the white niggers of the New World Order and degrading us, saying we must be brought to heel. A future model of Slavs united together with Mother Russia to safeguard our security, leveraging its unlimited natural resources, working for ourselves to make our children's lives much better, preserving our customs, getting tens of millions of our cleverest back home, developing cutting-edge technology, creating new megacities to contribute to a glorious Slavic future, not an exploitative, imperialistic Western one. A vision. Let us make it work.